Welcome to the team. My name is Laura Mbatha, and you are right on time to hear the fantastic things your celebrities have been up to throughout the year. Lots of fantastic, but regardless, you decide. You're the ones who give the publicity, so do your thing. And of course, I'm joined by the very talented Surah Cover, the lady who has so many hats, just similar to the one she's wearing today. Surah, come on.
How you doing, babes?
I'm good. How are you?
Surviving.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Let me tell you, the world runs on positivity.
You know,
Yeah.
of importance. Money is also needed, but right now we are on positivity.
Yes.
Ladies and
So,
gentlemen.
speaking of positivity, we are giving you none of that today. We are
Hakuna
talking
even one
about
drop.
your celebrity feuds.
Yep.
This year, we have seen some of the biggest, and first of all, Kanye West waging war on everybody. Can we just start with that? Oh yeah, our social media pages are at KTN Home, hashtag KTN the T on
Everywhere.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Kill up ahead.
TikTok.
Let's get into it.
We're also there. Kanye West has waged a war against everyone and against himself at the same
Imagine.
time. I think that's the most interesting feud
Yeah.
of the year.
You know, I really wish things would turn around for him, but he went to every interview and was like, I said what I said.
People have literally gone to jail for horrible crimes and they have not even gotten such age. Do you know what I heard today? That even banks want him to remove his money.
Imagine. Take your billions and put them in your mattress.
First of all, you banks need to, because you didn't do that to Jeffrey Epstein or Harvey Weinstein, so you need to leave Kanye alone, okay?
But
Some people are taking it too
But
far.
don't they say that the banks are owned by... you know
exactly.
what? He said what he
He's
said.
a black man trying to be a billionaire. He was trying to be on that side. You can't say you're going to return
I
his
tell you,
money.
I mean, I believe people say weird things behind closed doors. The
Yeah.
problem is, I think Kanye's head is no longer closed.
There you
off
go.
From everyone else.
There you
so
go. He doesn't
says
understand,
what he says.
oh, now I'm home with
Yeah.
people I trust, or now I'm outside an
Yeah.
interview. It's all become blurred.
But if you needed any more proof as to how the Kardashian cast is real,
Now you
there
know.
you have it. I mean, he's not been stable for a minute.
And that's why French Montana needs to do a counseling course. Me, I don't know how that guy has survived. Did
But
he
his
even
music
date-
is not even doing well anymore.
No, he's doing okay in comparison. Dude, you should see how Tristan Thompson's basketball team is doing, although he did it to himself. Anyway, moving on. Other crazy celebrity feuds that we have had is Nicki Minaj versus everybody. But a
Exactly.
big one was her versus Latto.
Can we even just start, like, let's give you guys a bit of history before we even get to it.
A bit
First
of
of all, she was
background.
in the streets fighting the rats in New York, so we get that. She finished fighting off the rats, she came into the game and she was battling none other than Lil Kim.
Yes.
Those of you who don't know, who were born between the years that start with 2, Claudia, and all these
And
other
everybody
else.
Are they Gen Z, Gen Alpha?
Gen
Some
Z.
Gen.
The Gen Z.
The Gen Z.
So, Lil Kim, who was the pioneer of female hip hop or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there are all these people, but she's the one who actually came in, you know, with the hyper intense,
Yes.
you know.
And she put
you
her
know, vibes.
sexuality at the forefront.
Exactly.
And it made some people really mad.
Which
but
was not
she-
very normal for chicks
It
at that time because you had
wasn't.
Lauryn Hill
Yes,
and
Queen
Queen
Latifah.
Latifah and the likes. So she came into the scene and she was like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm the first to ever do it and it's different.
And then everybody was like, you are not the first.
Yeah.
We kind of had
And Lil Kim was also like, okay.
I'm over here. You
Yeah.
see me?
Yeah.
You see me? I see you see
Yeah.
me.
But this is a problem with how do you call it, the industry?
Yeah.
Any kind of industry. With age, you kind of lose your luster. Because
Yeah,
the people
it's
who
really-
actually consume content are the young people.
Your generation gets busier. They have
So-
families. They
so
have
I-
different problems.
I was asking myself this question. Why
Uh-huh.
is it that music, I understand like, you know, music is a passion, you do it this. But I
Right.
understand you have labels, you have quotas to meet and you have all these things.
Yeah.
So why is it that if you make music, you become a billionaire, why wouldn't you just want to make music for people who want to listen to it, you know?
Yeah.
Sit in your studio, make a few songs, release an album, have 100 people buy it, but you know it's people who actually want to listen to your
And you know
music.
what's crazy is that there are some celebrities who you kind of like feel that that's like their purpose. Like Kid Cudi dropped an album the other day that went along with a Netflix series he was doing, and he says that he's not really seeing himself going back to make music.
Yeah.
But when you like listen, and please guys, I'm open for opposing opinions, but when you listen to it, you genuinely are like, this person was not doing this for clout, they
Yeah.
weren't doing this for TikTok. You know, these days you can literally listen to a song and you're like, I know they did this for TikTok. I even know the part that
Yes.
they wanted everybody to do.
Which
a move
Doja
to
Cat has
go
been
viral.
accused of doing so many times.
Don't accuse her. Dude, Arya Starr has done it.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber figured out the formula a long time ago. Like, it's
Andre
it's
3000
part of the music business
Andre
now.
3000 said, for him, hip hop is to talk about the things that are happening to people right now.
Yes.
So he's no longer at an age where he's struggling with hustling to get things done, this and that.
So he can't rap
he
about
plays
that.
his flute
in his
at
house.
parties,
Thank you.
small parties,
Very small parties.
in his house for guests, And it's okay.
Yeah.
This whole thing for you have to be a celebrity and die a celebrity is so complicated for me.
Also, you
It's
are
so
a
weird.
celebrity. Guys, we've talked about this before. Come into the limelight when you've done a project and you need to push it and you need to sell it. Not come into the limelight just because we have not talked about you or you haven't
Imagine.
trended for a while. Relax.
Yeah. You've mentioned Kid Cudi, and I remembered he also had beef with Kanye.
Everyone
And
has
that's
beef
why
with
he's
Kanye.
leaving the music industry, because the Kanye fans are erratic,
They are
just
very
like
crazy.
him. Exactly. Because he was taken off a song which he wrote. And the album, the same thing he does to everyone, which
did
is
so
not new
much-
Kanye.
First of all, and Kanye, you can't have, how many songs on that album? 40?
Imagine.
30 some,
And
many.
he just dropped Kid Cudi and was like, what? And then when he was supposed to perform at, I think it was Coachella, he was
Or
supposed to
Rolling
headline
Loud or something.
Rolling
I think I
Loud,
remember
one
that.
of those concerts.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up, so Kid Cudi replaced him. You know what he did? He showed up at another concert just a few kilometers away.
Yes, and was on stage
And people were throwing
joined
things
somebody.
at Kid Cudi on stage, and he said, I'm leaving. I can't do this. So Kanye fans look exactly like him. Let's just start there.
Also, don't be mad at the artist who was given an opportunity so that your ticket didn't go to waste.
Imagine.
Be mad at the organizer, be mad at whoever sold you the ticket. Like, there's so many other places to direct your upsetness.
Be mad at
As
yourself
opposed
for
to
going.
Be mad at yourself.
Take your losses and leave.
Also, you guys, you've been seeing Kanye's erratic behavior. You really thought he was going to come and perform. You
Like
really?
you were that special.
This guy is all about surprises.
He's shaming his children on the internet. You think you are exempt? I'd be
Hashtag White
surprised.
Lives Matter.
Speaking of someone shaming their children on the internet, 50 Cent and Marquise Jackson. Listen, black people need to change.
Yeah, what is that?
These names. Eh? And then
Are
you
we
have some
supposed to say
Kenyan babe
Makui
with...
or Maquis?
I have no idea. But 50 Cent and Marquise had been beefing on the internet throughout this year. Why? Because this is what he said. I can't survive with $6,700 a month. If I give you $6,700 a month for nothing, I'm just giving you have your jobs, you have whatever you're doing, you have your life.
No, nobody's stopping you from adding more to your
that-
hustle.
like, you know, you can chill, I'll give you this. But if you want to do something extra, go ahead and
Go
do
ahead.
it. If I gave you that, would you complain? I mean, I've never been to New York, but I've heard that the living standards are not very different from Nairobi.
It's higher.
So
It's even more expensive. But that's why they're paid more money
Exactly.
so that you can be able to survive.
So he was being given $6,700 for free by his dad, but apparently it's not good enough. So he went on the internet and then, you know, put this whole post with entitled, with $100 bills stacked behind him, which spelled out entitled.
So he
'Cause his dad
knows
called
he's
him.
entitled.
Yeah, the dad called him entitled.
No, but he is entitled.
He is entitled. This no one needs to tell us
First
this.
of all,
We get
I have
it.
a question. Do children know the only thing your parents owe you is a safe home,
Yeah.
clothing, food, and education? That is the only thing. Your parents can actually tell you, Baba,
They owe
I'm
you
a baby
nothing.
girl. You're off into the world now. I
Yeah.
finished. I finished my education. I fed you. I housed you. You have clothes. Peace out. Like, that is literally
And the one thing
that much they owe you.
I think
Also,
yeah.
don't you have your own brain? Use that $6,000 to make more.
If it was me and I'm really beefing with my dad, I'd be like, I have an expose on 50 Cent. Like when? You know?
Sell to the tabloids
Yeah.
if you're really
But here's
that
the thing,
beefy.
I love how 50 Cent approached it. And he said, me growing up, I really had to struggle to get everything I had.
Yes.
Probably I don't understand the struggles of being the child to a celebrity or, you know, the emotional...
Okay, come on now.
The
no.
emotional trauma that it comes with.
So he's
I might
actually
not
trying to
understand.
put himself in his son's
But he doesn't
shoes.
get it because he's been constantly trying to help him out because he wanted to start a business for him. He actually bought a shoe store. He bought it out and delivered the things because apparently at the time they used to live in Atlanta with the mom. And nothing happened to these shoes.
Okay, I'm going to speak directly to 50 Cent. Curtis, I'm not a parent, so I'll start off by saying that. So definitely take this with a pinch of salt. Cut him off. Cut him off. Cut him off. Make sure you're giving the mom enough for his survival. Make sure if he needs to go to hospital, you know, you're paying the bills. If he needs food, there's food at home. There's rice in the fridge.
I feel like
Cut
I should
him
mention this. Susan
off.
is not a parent at the time of this recording. We don't know what could change by these 3 days.
Yeah.
But
I am a firstborn of a family of 5. I'm not a parent. I'm telling you, cut him off.
you're like
He
deputy
will
parent.
realize
What do
what
you
that
mean? You're
6,000
firstborn.
is.
You're deputy
I'm
parent.
deputy parent. What do you mean? He's making noise for you for money you give him for free. How many children have allowances? Even in this Kenya, even in America, how many children have allowances? In your country, children can work for as young as 16 years. Laura, am I right?
Yes.
Cut him off. How old is this boy?
I have no clue, but I think he's
Kama
well into
ako
his
over
20s.
18. Oh!
Yeah. I
Cut him
forgot we
off.
actually didn't finish the Nicki Minaj and Latto beef. So anyway.
Wait, cut him off and then send him links to job application. Sorry, now I'm done.
So to finalize the Nicki Minaj and Big Latto beef, they were on the internet because of a Grammy that they were both nominated for.
Yeah.
But
and instead of celebrating Latto because it's her first Grammy
imagine,
nomination.
and she's 23, you know, young and getting
Latto.
it. You know, with her, besides her problematic name, everything else is good. The music is good. The bags are being bagged.
Yeah.
And Nicki Minaj had beef, and Latto went ahead and said, 40-year-old Karen. No, wait.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj called Latto Karen, and then someone called 40-year-old. Something, I don't know. There's a lot of ageism. They haven't resolved it as of yet.
Yes.
But that was one of the biggest things to happen. We're taking a short break.
It's time for us to take a break, but unlike me, Nikki, you've been in this industry long enough to
Imagine.
know. Go and bring Figuan to the Academy of the Grammys. Why are you giving Figuan to a 23-year-old? She didn't even know. She didn't even know how her label applied for that thing. You think she even knows what the application for a Grammy looks for? You are a mother. Do better.
Listen,
anyway.
You sell music, do your thing. Just be happy people listen. We're taking a short break, and thank you for listening. We're not beefing with you. We'll be right back after the break.
With more beef. Welcome back from the break. You are watching The Tea here on KTN Home. Now, it's not an agricultural show. We're not talking about the best tea that you can get in Kenya. No. We're talking about the real chai that everybody wants, the gossip, the trending topics, the new. And today we are discussing biggest celebrity feuds. And right after the break, it just makes sense to start with the biggest slap of this year.
Yeah, let me tell you, it shook tables.
Bruh.
Where?
And it shook Lupita's heart, bro.
Let me tell you, Lupita's an icon. We
She
should have
is.
a statue of her somewhere in Nairobi.
The fact that we don't have one already.
We're disappointed in ourselves, you know. I should be commissioning that project, so government hit me up.
But then the other day he said that this new movie that he has coming out, Will Smith now, I can't remember what the name is, that it's the hardest, most intense piece of work he's ever done. And this is how you know Kanye has really traumatized. You guys, Will Smith slapped another black man on live television, had to issue apologies.
Imagine.
They've banned him from the Oscars.
Imagine for 10 years.
But guess what? This guy is premiering his movie in his cinema. Tyler Perry is there. Rihanna, A$AP Rocky is there. Dave Chappelle. A bunch of famous people came to chill with Will Smith. Kanye, see yourself.
Imagine.
But also Kanye, just do the right things. People might forget.
I just, you know, first of all, let's start with a simple apology.
Yeah.
And checking into some kind of psychiatric hospital to get some kind of...
We know the meds you are on, you're not taking. We know. Just go continue. Just go
You know,
back.
these people in the industry are usually on some other stuff. These things have long-term effects.
They do.
Get checked.
And it's not okay. Can you please go see your doctor?
Yeah.
But anyway, Chris Rock, I can't wait to hear the jokes you made about Will Smith. You need to drop that special
Keep
yesterday.
my wife's name... Listen, you know, like Susan is the only one who can relate. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
We can even say damn, but we can't say the other word he said.
Yeah, we should make t-shirts about it. I feel like t-shirts would do
That's
very
what I should do for my bridal squad. All of them just wear them.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. So apparently they had all this beef. Did Will Smith make a statement? Yes, he did.
Finally,
which
yes.
made no sense, but
Yeah, his statement was
said what he said. And then Jada went on the Red Table Talk to mention how he goes on vacation with his ex-wife.
And how she loves watching them enjoy each other. That's the word she used.
I mean, listen, you know, you'll create ideas in your head and then you end up with August Alsina and say it's an
Let
entanglement.
me tell you something.
It's not.
Wachaneni na Hollywood relationships. Leave them to me and Laura to Chimbua. The rest, let's just leave it. You can't understand.
My antenna is breaking.
You can't
It's
understand.
breaking because the Illuminati is everywhere.
Yes.
It's everywhere. Hey.
It's around us, it's above us,
you,
it's underneath
Jada
us.
Pinkett is working for MLK Ultra. I don't know. She's working for somebody. She's working for somebody and it's not herself.
Celebrity feuds. Here in the 254, we've also had a couple of celebrity feuds. Eric Omondi against the entire music industry. Na bado inaendelea.
Let me tell you, I understand the fight. I just don't get the execution.
Thank you.
It's ridiculous.
I totally understand fighting for Kenyan music and for us to play more Kenyan music in Kenya. Makes so much sense. Going after the only people who are making that Kenyan music and pushing it makes no sense.
Imagine. And you know the thing is,
How would you attack the musicians?
you could really hate. I don't hate any genre because they said, you know, every kind of genre has some kind of good music.
Yeah.
But
Miss Pendy Bongo, Kujeni, come for me.
I love bongo. It
don't
depends.
like it.
But here's my thing: you can't come for people and say, "Oh, the music is mediocre. The videos are this, and it's maybe a kid who just turned 18 who's actually just trying to do something. At least they did something.
They did something. Also, everyone
you might not like
somewhere.
it. Let's try and be like, what's the solution we can come up with that will make these 18-year-olds who actually have talent? Because let me tell you, if you have a bad beat, even your lyrics, I don't care for.
And as Eric Omondi really trying to fight, right, for all of this, why is he not meeting with executives in national media companies and asking them if they can change their music policy? Why is he not meeting with club owners and bar owners and restaurants and asking them if they can request their DJs as part of contract to play Kenyan music? Why is he not going to Matatu Circles and exhibition buildings and asking them, can you please, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you're attacking the wrong people.
A few years ago, when I started doing my show Iwake, which airs every Saturday night right after this, I used to ask the question, like, why are all the concerts done in Nairobi?
Right.
You know, like, we should also, like, go to
Spread
Meru,
it out.
Embu, all these people.
Yeah.
So when one of the artists, one of the companies took Ruga to Meru,
it was
a nice change of pace. And I'm sorry, it's unfortunate that we didn't start with Nyashinsky only, or, you know,
whoever.
Sauti Sol only.
Or Calligraph Jones.
Only.
Yeah.
We started somewhere, you know. It's a change in something that it's not only Nairobi, because people in Meru, Embu, Kisii, my biggest viewers are from Nakuru. Thank you for watching.
There you go. Next Vegas.
Yeah, and that's overdone. Mombasa is overdone, but at least it's moving.
It's at least something. And even here in Nairobi, if it was a facility of like people know well in advance and transport into the city is really easy. You know, there's so many things. But also, again, other things Eric Omondi could be doing. Do your own concert, Eric.
Who's stopping you?
Do your own concert and have only Kenyan.
Every day we
and
hear
show
promoters.
Them how it's done.
We hear promoters, you know, having artists
Start
here.
your own music level.
Exactly.
And panga those people.
Because he seems to have all the answers, but he's doing that, you know, he's not taking the test. Take the test because you have all the answers.
Thank you. Because you think all these other Kenyan musicians don't know what they're doing. What could you find? Please.
You know, someone else I've remembered locally who had a beef. I forget his name. He's a radio presenter,
a
comedian, and a musician at the same time.
Okay.
What is his name?
Is he with, does he work with somebody whose name starts with a K?
Yes.
Oga Obina.
Oga Obina. He was beefing with his baby mama. He was beefing with the internet. And then people told him his music is not musicking.
Yeah.
Guys,
he came and he told us how many YouTube channels he has. What? How many, how many... Congrats.
See, listen, they say, wingi wa mavi si nini. I don't even know if that saying is right. But listen, have whatever you want to have. No one is telling you it's good. Have it.
Also, let's stop fighting the people we created children with.
Yeah.
The internet never forgets. And you guys are forgetting. Your kids, they'll get phones. Your kids, they'll go to school. They'll have friends. They'll interact with other people who will not have the courtesy to realize, oh, your parent didn't think about you, or your parent didn't realize this would affect you in the future. They'll just think your parent should have known better. Yeah.
And I hate it when you guys come with receipts. Like, oh my God, this is so important for me, Laura, who is stuck in Syokimau waiting for my niece to drop school bus to drop her. I'm just burning in this, but I'm like, no.
I gotta take screenshots of the WhatsApp messages and show them.
You guys, social media is not a real place. That job, those 5 YouTube channels, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 you have, just focus on that. Leave your kids out of it. I know, and this is the thing. You know, when you decide to bump uglies with someone, please realize they're uglies for a reason.
There you go.
This person's personality could be uglier than you thought.
But you did it. And we weren't there when you were doing it, so why are we being carried along for the
I feel like, you know, it's like just carry us to your bedroom to just sit there, we chat the whole night, you pay for my cab, we go home, so that when you start fighting, it makes sense.
And by the way, here's something else that you might never think about. We are creating a toxic culture. There's a lot of young men and young women who think it's okay to blast their ex on social media. It's not. Just because the celebrity you love is doing it doesn't mean you should practice it in real life. You guys are causing a lot of issues because when somebody gets publicly humiliated, because that's what being shamed on social media is. that does something to your psyche. Like, that's not okay. Anyway, let's move on to other celebrity beef. There are Siddiqa against the music.
Listen, a crime against humanity. And people for Black Diamonds should be persecuted at the same time. Several things happened, but of course, one of the bigger highlights on Style Sport was collaborations.
Fashion collaboration. Some made us happy, some made us confused.
Yeah. Balenciaga was doing a lot this year.
Yeah, and one of their biggest collaborations was Kanye West,
and Kim Kardashian. Let me tell you, the Kim thing was kind of fine. Wait, forget Kim Kardashian and let's finish that first.
Kanye and Balenciaga, and they dropped him. That's the whole story.
Did you see the boots they made?
Is that he wears them all the time. Also, I hope he has many pairs. Kim didn't come to the Balenciaga fashion show. Remember, they sent her stuff at home, and she took a picture in the mud at home. I guess she was like, I can't be where Kanye is. If he's already this crazy on socials and stuff, let's just let this divorce thing, run its course. But now Balenciaga, see yourselves, should have just called the Kardashian and left to the Western world.
Let me tell you, the Kardashians will always bounce back from any kind of, scandal. But this guy is out of his mind.
The person who should be writing books and talking to us all the time that we should be listening to is Kris Jenner. Let
me tell you, she's somewhere in the Illuminati. She has a chair. A high chair.
Honestly. Anyway, another celebrity collaboration and fashion that we actually loved was Zendaya and Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yes.
Coming together to Bulgari. Man, they looked nice.
They look very nice. I think for a while in TikTok, everyone was trying to recreate the kind of moment.
That whole,
It was cute to a point.
It was.
To a point.
But you can't be like them.
Nah,
sorry.
We're not on the same level.
I loved it. I loved the whole
Someone
campaign.
else, let me tell you, Kim has been overworking. Besides getting people out of prison, she did have a collaboration with Beats.
And she had a collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana. She did the whole...
Yeah.
Hey, this chick has been booked.
And the beats, the thing I like about the beats, it was like sort of kind of linked to Skims.
Yeah, because it was the same color,
yes.
right? As like her skin, basically. Yes. I thought that was actually not bad.
Let me tell you, we can say whatever we want about Kim.
Complaining about the sound quality.
It's Kim. Are we really surprised? Her voice. I don't think she hears that.
Also, for you guys who drop your beats and then decide it's Kim and now
imagine.
Will you drop earphones? Relax.
You're going to in the ocean. Do you know they swim in bluer waters than we do? Excuse us.
You mentioned the Fendi collaboration with Versace as well.
Yes, which there was too much. I'm not big on too much print, but it was nice.
And guys, there's print, and then there's your logo as a print.
Oh yes,
like it's being overdone.
You know, it's Gucci, the Versace colors and then Fendi print.
Yeah,
it's a bit overwhelming, but it's
cute. Like there's a Real Housewife on Beverly Hills who loves wearing brand, like monochrome brand, and I see it, and sometimes I'm like, this is actually painful to look at. Also, because I know how much it costs. Why couldn't you just mix and match with other items?
Like, you can afford it.
Yeah, the clothes already in the closet. Niamas.
Yeah, but guys, tell us what beefs that you were really interested in this year. Of course, I had beef with some of you who missed some episodes and you still didn't go to YouTube to check.
Imagine.
How many times do we have to remind you? We have a YouTube page. Go there, check the episodes that you missed out on, and let's have a good time.
Follow us as well on our socials.
Yes.
You can find me at Sora Common everywhere.
And me at Laura Mbata Laura, the variation works. And let me tell you guys, I'm so funny on TikTok. I know I used to hate on TikTok.
She's actually
but I was so
hilarious.
funny. You should come and see me beefing with my brother's chicken there. I'm posting.
Let me tell you something. This chick is hilarious. Her videos are actually so funny. Even like your club and going out content, so relatable. Especially for those of us who are not in the streets anymore. But we will see you guys next week. Please take care of you and others. Bye.